We all got guns, tell me who do you think you scaring? If Mac and the Rari shooter gotta do the McLaren. Paid 1100 cash just so the bottom's red. Drew told me bloody gaining weight, hope he get out the feds.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy PIPERBOY Williams. I want to talk to y'all about something. Cortez put out a tweet, and this is kind of circulating throughout the battle rap community. I think this is kind of like, you know, something that needs to be talked about. Cortez is basically saying in a tweet that he turned down the biggest battle of his life. You know what I mean? And, you know, it was a 5-figure deal, but he would have rather have taken a percentage of the pay-per-view versus, you know what I mean, like doing the 5-figure deal, and he's standing by his principles. You know what I mean? Cortez is kind of looking at battle rap like it has no future in it, you know what I mean, in terms of longevity with your material. Once you complete those rounds, that's it. The league is able to monetize off of the pay-per-view. They're also able to monetize off the YouTube revenue. YouTube revenue isn't the same as it was, but, you know, me as a blogger, I can tell you, even for me, like, it's pretty lucrative, you know what I mean, in YouTube. But, you know, as a league, you know, I don't know what content can be monetized, if it can be monetized, you know, how much of the content can be monetized. We see the commercials, you know, from like, you know, the battles, but, you know, a lot of these battle rap companies, they're in like YouTube networks like Full Screen, you know, and stuff like that, that manages like big channels. So, you know, they get different type of deals than what like regular YouTubers get. You know what I mean? If you're not in the YouTube, you know, let's just say like a third-party network, you're not privy to certain type of revenue, you know what I'm saying? But then some of them end up ripping you off. But, you know, as a whole, like, we're not sure what, you know, URL or Rare Breed Entertainment or King of the Dot, you know, what they're able to monetize, and when they monetize, how much money they're able to make. Because I'm hearing some people that have like these YouTube networks that are big aren't actually making as much as the people who just do YouTube like on their own, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is on that. Y'all can take it for how y'all want, but Cortez is kind of looking at it like, once I'm done with the rounds, that's it, you know what I mean? I get no more revenue off of it, versus like if it's a pay-per-view, now like whatever you make off of that, like pay-per-view, I get a percentage point off of that. Now, if it's a big major card, you know what I mean, like it, you know, how they would divvy it up, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But he was willing to not take a 5-figure deal in order to take a percentage points to the pay-per-view. My personal opinion on the matter, I understand what he's saying, you know, but, you know, there comes to a point to who can negotiate things like that. I think there's a few battle rappers that can. I think Loaded Lux can. I think Sue Surf can. I think Hitman Holla can. I think Hollow the Don can. That's just a murder move. Just to name a few like battle rappers that could like negotiate like pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Like a percentage of it. Now the problem lies if the company goes ahead and they give you like a percentage of the pay-per-view and you don't even promote, you know what I mean, the battle. Now you have a problem, you know what I'm saying? But on the flip side of it, I could see like if they did offer you like 1 or 2%, you know what I mean, of the pay-per-view, or point some, you know, on the pay-per-view, it will make you more apt to like, you know what I mean, kind of talk about the battle that's coming up, or kind of promote the battle that's coming up, because people are kind of looking at it now. And I've talked to battle rappers, and this is what they tell me. Like, why am I going to sit here and talk crazy shit about this battle rapper for one battle, and when it's over, it's done, and then like I still got to go to events, I still got to be around these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? So why am I going to sit there and put myself in that position? And fans don't know the difference between like entertainment and, you know, promotion, you know what I'm saying? So fans can be getting in their ear, and then like all kind of shit could like, you know, go off like at the next event when they end up seeing each other. So it's not really worth like putting that much effort into the marketing. If it's a big league, we'll just let them like do it on their own. Now, if there's a situation where there's a percentage that they can get from the pay-per-view, they could change things. But I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying? People are kind of chiming in on it. Jazz the Rapper chimed in on it. King Fly, and some people don't know who he is. He's like he's a big deal like in battle rap behind the scenes. He has a lot to do with what goes on like with King of the Dot. And he kind of talked about, you know, because battle rappers are saying like, yo, like, yeah, and then the YouTube revenue, you don't get any of that. And King Fly is kind of like, yo, like the YouTube revenue, it like depends on like where the battle was shot, and you know what I'm saying, like things like that. Different markets, you get different revenue from different markets. And he was pretty much saying you know, like Pat Stay versus Hollow the Don, even though it didn't have nearly as many views as Oxymoron versus Disaster, made way more money than Oxymoron and Disaster because of the demographic. And I guess in the United States, the revenue isn't, you know what I'm saying, the same as that, you know what I'm saying, like of London. So, I mean, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what he's saying. And people are kind of like being enlightened by some of the things that he's talking about. But my personal opinion on it, I think it's a very, very creative way to try to find some sort of longevity in the battle rap, because we know these league owners are making money. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm making money, I know they making money. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but there comes a risk with everything. You know, just because we see one event, that doesn't mean that they didn't just pay a bunch of people deposits for like 2 events like on the way. Then they have to factor in, like, you know what I'm saying, hotel costs. That shit costs a lot of money. Just when you think about traveling to go to an event, you got to think about, you know what I mean, damn, do I want to spend this money on a hotel? You know what I'm saying? They're flying these people out there. They're getting them away to get to the venue. You know what I mean? Like all these things, +1, +2, +3, that's taking money out of their pocket. Then they have to pay for promotion. Then they have to pay, you know what I mean, for the lighting, the cameraman. Then they got to pay for the pay-per-view. So there's all kind of like expenses that they incur as a league, you know what I mean? But they have like the ultimate say on whether or not they will be willing to do something like giving percentage points or something like that on a pay-per-view. I think it's kind of a creative idea, you know, to do it that way. And I think we would probably see a little bit more blogging and, you know what I mean, like people getting into like trying to promote. Now, as talking about blogging and promotion, Jack Boy Maine, in my personal opinion, I think he's like the king of like getting himself out there in the internet. Even though he had like a battle with Big T, which wasn't, you know, on the scale of things, it's like a big battle. He was able to, you know, makes so much of a scene like on Twitter and like different social media platforms that Smack got on live and pretty much got Jack Boy Maine on the live and said, bro, like you pretty much are gonna be on Gnome. Everybody's talking about you right now. You got the internet buzzing, and he's about to put Jack Boy Maine on Gnome. Whether or not we want to see that battle, that's a whole nother blog, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like Jack Boy kind of, you know, he encompasses like somebody that's marketing, you know what I'm saying, himself and getting himself out there to the point to where people can't ignore him, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, maybe battle rappers can start looking at shit like that on ways to market if they're able to get like a percentage of the pay-per-view. But at the same time, right now as it stands, like you're an independent contractor, you know what I'm saying? You're getting paid to do a job, and you know, like, you know, you sign off on, like, you giving me this material, whether or not it's 3 songs or however you want to look at it, you know, 1 song, you know, like a 1 round or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, you're signing this contract. But for Cortez to say that he gave up the biggest battle of his career for that, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of heavy, you know what I'm saying? I see Gluezy, he put out a post, he's kind of joking about it, you know, and battle rappers are starting to like see like what's going on with it. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't know who the big opponent would be. In my personal opinion, I think it would be like a J.R. Ryder. You know what I'm saying? But J.R. Ryder has been reached out to. He's been talked to, you know, by a number of people, and he's been turning the battle down with Cortez. So I don't know exactly what Cortez is talking about. I know a lot of people are saying it's probably Sue Surf. Who knows? You know what I mean? But my personal opinion, I think this is a game changer. If, you know, more people would use this model, I think, you know, people would, you know, in essence, like, prepare a little bit more, because I know a lot of people just don't give a shit because they're just looking at this as a check now, you know what I mean, like, which it is, you know what I mean, but you also have to think about your brand and, you know, to get rebooked again, you know what I mean, but sometimes, goddamn, you just choke or you get booked again now, so I don't know. But y'all tell me down in the comment section below, do you think battle rappers should get a percentage of the pay-per-view, or do you feel like it should remain the same to where they're just, you know, contracted, you know, on a contract by contract basis? Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.
I'm serious as cancer. Bartenders too bougie, I slid off with the dances. Strippers, I'm in LA, they treat me like a clipper. Laker, she fuck my Gucci up with all that makeup.